Good evening and welcome to Royal Daily Report. Tonight, we bring you the story of what really happened when Meghan Markle went to Paris. A story of rejection, humiliation, and a fashion blacklist that spread across the entire luxury industry. This is the inside account of how Meghan got shut out by Dior and the entire fashion world turned its back. Stay with us. Listen, let me tell you what really went down at Dior Paris. Meghan Markle just got blacklisted. When Meghan touched down in Paris, she wasn't just visiting, she was staging a return. Staging a return means planning a big comeback, trying to get back into the spotlight. Her team called it a private fashion trip. But inside Dior's marble offices, staff were already briefed. Briefed means informed, ahead of time, told what to do. There would be no meetings, no fittings, and no exceptions. Fittings means trying on clothes to see if they fit. No exceptions means no special treatment, no changes to the rules. Sources close to the house claimed her name had been quietly flagged. Close to the house means people who work with or know Dior well. Flagged means marked, put on a warning list. Subscribe to Royal Daily Report right now. We bring you the real stories from inside the fashion and royal worlds. Hit that subscribe button. A note circulated weeks earlier advising no unscheduled appearances from the Duchess. Circulated means was passed around, shared among staff. Unscheduled appearances means showing up without an appointment. All inquiries through legal. Inquiries means questions or requests. Through legal means it has to go through lawyers first. Still, Meghan arrived confidently, insisting she had an appointment for a couture session. Couture session means meeting to design or fit custom luxury clothing. But the list said otherwise. Said otherwise means showed something different. Didn't have her name. No entry, no reservation, and certainly no collaboration. Collaboration means working together, partnership. What was meant to be a private reconnection turned into a polite, silent rejection. Reconnection means meeting again, rebuilding a relationship. Within hours, whispers started circulating through Paris's fashion corridors. Corridors means hallways, but here it means the fashion industry network. Dior turned her away. It wasn't public yet, but in fashion, word travels faster than press releases. Press releases means official announcements to the media. People inside the building describe the scene as frosted calm. Frosted calm means coldly polite. Icy, but controlled. No shouting, no scandal, just formality. Formality means proper official behavior without warmth. Dior's communications lead stepped forward. Communications lead means the person in charge of public relations and messaging. Confirmed there was no appointment and wished her a pleasant day. For Meghan, it was more than an inconvenience. Inconvenience means minor problem. It was humiliation from the very house she had been chasing for months. Humiliation means public embarrassment, shame. Insiders later revealed her team had pitched multiple partnership ideas. Pitched means presented, proposed. Everything from an ambassador deal to a modern Diana campaign. An ambassador deal means representing the brand officially. The proposals were glossy, ambitious, and written to position her as Dior's new symbol of legacy and rebellion. Glossy means polished and attractive. Ambitious means aiming high. Legacy means lasting reputation and importance. Rebellion means going against tradition. But inside Dior, the message didn't land the way she hoped. Didn't land means wasn't received well, didn't work. One executive allegedly said, "We dress legends. We don't create them from controversy." Legends means iconic, extremely famous people. Controversy means public disagreement and scandal. After that, her name disappeared from Dior's contact lists. The polite rejection that morning was simply the final act of a decision already made. Final act means last step, the conclusion. Days later, the receipts surfaced. Receipts means proof, evidence. Leaked communications showing Meghan's outreach to Dior had been ongoing for months. Leaked means secretly released to public. Outreach means attempts to contact and connect. Her final proposal reportedly included a statement comparing herself to Princess Diana's elegance reimagined for a new generation. Reimagined means thought of in a new way, updated version. That was the breaking point. Breaking point means the moment when something becomes too much. Dior's board didn't want a PR storm. PR storm means public relations disaster, media scandal. They wanted distance. Behind closed doors, they voted to blacklist her from all pending collaborations. Blacklist means put on a banned list, officially exclude. Pending means upcoming, plan for the future. A move later mirrored by several other luxury labels. Mirrored means copied, followed the same action. If you're shocked by this story, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Daily Report. We investigate what mainstream media won't touch. Subscribe now. Then came the twist. As Dior executives tried to keep the matter private, social media lit up with sudden praise for Meghan's Dior style. Influencers repeated the same lines, the same hashtags, all curiously identical. Identical means exactly the same. Curiously means suspiciously, in a strange way. Dior's internal investigators traced it back to agencies tied to Meghan's PR network. Traced it back means followed the evidence to find the source. Tied to means connected to, associated with. To Dior, it looked like an attempt to manufacture affiliation. Manufacture means create artificially fake. Affiliation means connection, association. After rejection, within hours, the House released a brief off-record statement to editors across Europe. Off-record means unofficial, not for public attribution. Editors means people who run newspapers and magazines. Dior has no current or planned partnership with the Duchess of Sussex. One line, no further comment. It was calm, but it was final. In the world of couture, silence isn't peace, it's punishment. Couture means high-end, custom fashion. When Dior cut ties, it didn't end there. Cut ties means ended the relationship, stopped association. Inside the LVMH network, the empire that owns Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, and Louis Vuitton, Meghan's name began circulating on an internal restricted list. Empire means large, powerful company. Restricted list means confidential list of banned people. These lists aren't public, but every major brand has them. Names too controversial, too unpredictable, or simply not worth the risk. Unpredictable means you can't know what they'll do next. Executives across houses reviewed their own plans and quietly followed suit. Followed suit means did the same thing, copied the action. Givenchy, which once dressed her for royal events, was the first to back away. Back away means distance themselves, stop association. Chanel declined future pitches. Declined means refused, said no to. Even stylists who once pulled luxury samples for her received subtle warnings. Pulled samples means borrowed items from brands for her to wear. Subtle warnings means quiet hints, indirect messages. Avoid association. Association means connection, being linked to someone. It wasn't personal, it was protection. The Duchess had become what the fashion world fears most, a PR liability in couture clothing. PR liability means someone who could damage reputation and cause bad publicity. Paris didn't exile her publicly. Exile means force someone out, ban them. It just stopped responding. In that silence, the blacklist spoke louder than any headline. But Meghan wasn't about to accept defeat. Defeat means loss, failure. Days later, she made a surprise appearance at Balenciaga's Paris Fashion Week show. A move meant to reassert her place among fashion's elite. Reassert means claim again, prove again. Elite means the top-level, most important people. The cameras clicked, the lights flashed, and for a moment, it looked like her redemption arc had arrived. Redemption arc means comeback story, recovering from failure. Except it hadn't. Insiders at the show said the energy shifted the moment she walked in. The energy shifted means the atmosphere changed. The feeling in the room changed. You could feel the air freeze, one stylist whispered. Editors kept their distance. Designers turned politely cold. Politely cold means maintaining manners but showing no warmth. The applause that followed her entry was polite, not powerful. Polite applause means clapping out of obligation, not genuine enthusiasm. Don't miss any part of this investigation. Subscribe to Royal Daily Report. We bring you the truth about the royal and fashion worlds. And while the photos looked glamorous, those who were there described it as awkward theater. Awkward theater means a performance that feels uncomfortable and fake. No designer approached. No stylist offered congratulations. Behind the scenes, the real talk wasn't about her outfit. It was about how far she'd fallen from fashion's inner circle. Inner circle means the exclusive group of insiders. The cameras caught her smile. Paris caught the silence. Backstage at Balenciaga, Whispers began to spread, the kind Paris never forgets. Stylists and assistants traded quiet comments about the Duchess. Traded means exchanged, shared with each other. Not about her dress, not about her hair, but about something far less forgiving. Less forgiving means harsher, harder to excuse. One source described a heavy scent. Another mentioned too much perfume, like something was being covered. Whether true or exaggerated, it didn't matter. Exaggerated means made bigger than reality, overblown. In fashion, gossip spreads faster than fragrance. Fragrance means perfume scent. By the time the after-party ended, the talk had left the building. Had left the building means had spread beyond, was being discussed elsewhere. Within hours, staffers from multiple brands were exchanging messages about it. Some dismissed it as cruel chatter. Dismissed means rejected as unimportant. Cruel chatter means mean gossip. Others said it reflected the tension she brought into every room. Tension means stress, uncomfortable feelings. The verdict wasn't about hygiene. Verdict means judgment, conclusion. Hygiene means cleanliness and personal care. It was about energy. Paris forgives arrogance. Arrogance means excessive pride, acting superior. It forgives scandal. But it never forgives when the atmosphere turns heavy, literally or figuratively. Figuratively means symbolically, in terms of feeling not just physical reality, and that night, the air around Meghan Markle was suffocating. Suffocating means unable to breathe, oppressively heavy. Then came the moment that turned unease into outrage. Unease means discomfort, worry. Outrage means anger, being upset and offended. After leaving the show, Meghan was seen filming near the Pont de l'Ama tunnel, the same tunnel where Princess Diana's life ended. Her team claimed it was just a scenic drive. Scenic means beautiful, worth seeing. But the city didn't buy it. Didn't buy it means didn't believe it. For a woman who had publicly compared herself to Diana, the choice of location felt intentional. Intentional means done on purpose, deliberate. To many Parisians, it crossed a sacred line. Sacred means holy, deeply respected, and not to be violated. Insiders whispered that she wanted to reclaim Diana's story, to draw an emotional parallel. Reclaim means take back, make her own. Draw a parallel means make a comparison, show similarity. But to those who lived through that tragedy, it was tone-deaf, even morbid. Tone-deaf means insensitive, not understanding the feelings involved. Morbid means focused on death in an unhealthy way. A senior stylist who once worked with Dior summed it up quietly. Diana's legacy belongs to memory, not marketing. Marketing means advertising, promoting yourself or products. That single drive, filmed or not, did more damage than any Dior rejection could. Because in Paris, the city that still mourns Diana, it felt like performance masquerading as tribute. Mourns means grieves, feels sadness over death. Masquerading as means pretending to be, disguised as tribute means honor, respectful, remembrance. By the end of Fashion Week, the illusion had shattered completely. Illusion means false image, something that seemed real but wasn't. Shattered means broken to pieces, was destroyed. People who once admired her poise now questioned her purpose. Poise means graceful confidence. Purpose means reason, intention. Balenciaga had not dressed her for the event. Her outfit was borrowed, not gifted. The shoes, simple black pumps, were the only genuine piece from the brand. Genuine means real, actually from that brand. Pumps means a type of formal women's shoes. The rest had been arranged through intermediaries, not the label itself. Intermediaries means middlemen, people who act between two parties. To the fashion elite, that was code for exclusion. Code means signal, hidden message. Exclusion means being left out, not included. No custom fittings, no courtesies, no personal touch. Courtesies means polite gestures, respectful treatment. She wasn't a guest of honor, she was a guest of circumstance. Guest of circumstance means someone there by accident or necessity, not because they were truly wanted. And that's when Paris turned. Editors who once flattered her began to keep their distance. Flattered means complimented, praised. Stylists declined requests. Even photographers stopped angling for her best side. Angling for means trying to get working, to capture. It wasn't cruelty, it was quiet rejection. Because in Paris, they don't boo you out of the room. Boo means make sounds of disapproval. They just stop looking up when you enter it. When Meghan boarded her flight home, the cameras still flashed, but the warmth behind them was gone. Paris had decided the Dior incident wasn't an isolated embarrassment. Isolated means single one time. It was a reflection of something deeper, the illusion of belonging. The illusion of belonging means the false sense that she fit in. She came to France believing she could rewrite her image, that couture could restore what controversy had taken. Restore means bring back, fix. Instead, she discovered that style without authenticity is just costume. Authenticity means being genuine, real. The Duchess, who once captivated the world, now stood at the edge of her own performance, stripped of applause. Captivated means fascinated, held attention. Stripped of means having something taken away. In chasing Diana's reflection, she lost her own. Reflection means image, likeness. Paris doesn't reward imitation, it exposes it. Imitation means copying, not being original. Exposes means reveals, shows the truth about. One editor's note in Le Figaro captured the sentiment perfectly. Le Figaro is a major French newspaper. Sentiment means feeling, opinion. The difference between Diana and Meghan was never just grace, it was truth. By the time she left the city, the whispers had turned to silence. Not scandal, just conclusion. Conclusion means ending final judgment. Because in the end, Meghan didn't walk out of Paris as fashion royalty. She walked out as a reminder that in the world of high couture, admiration cannot be demanded. Admiration means respect and approval. Cannot be demanded means can't be forced or required. It must be earned. And for Meghan Markle, Paris decided she'd earned only one thing: distance. This has been Royal Daily Report. Tonight, we've shown you exactly what happened when Meghan Markle tried to reclaim her place in the fashion world, and how Paris and the entire luxury industry shut her out. This story shows the reality behind the glamorous images. Subscribe to Royal Daily Report so you never miss our investigations. We bring you the truth others won't report. Subscribe now. From Dior's rejection to the industry-wide blacklist, from the Balenciaga awkwardness to the Diana tunnel controversy, Paris made its decision clear. Meghan Markle is no longer welcome in the world of high fashion. This is Royal Daily Report, bringing you the real stories. Thank you for watching.